Hello, Dr. Jake here. We're going over shoulder rehab. Now, today I'm going to talk about proper loading and movement of the shoulder. Previously, we talked about co-contraction as well as proper positioning of the shoulder and a few exercises that can help you get there. Today, we're going to compound using those same methods, but now we're going to incorporate very specific movements. So I have here a TheraBand. The color green is about medium resistance. So the colors do make a difference on what the tension is. So red would be something lighter. I tell people don't try to be a hero when doing these exercises. It's not about how much resistance you have. It's about how smooth and perfect your movements are. What we're doing is changing neural pathways. We're changing positions. We're changing habits. So doing it consistent and proper every time is so important. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to work on a positioning and scapular enhancements workout here, where the thumb, I have my thumb underneath, it's going to curl. So it's now on the top side. I'm going to go 45 degrees, which is very similar to our previous exercise. All right, go straight out and pinching those shoulders together. And what I see is I don't want to see any raising of the shoulders or the upper traps. I want to keep those nice and down and back, and I want to pinch the shoulders together. And now we can do the small little movements. So it's the exact same exercise that we did before, but now we have a little bit of resistance. So from here, what I could do is I could bring this back, and now still having my shoulders in that position, still having those muscles right at the bottom of the base of the scapula turned on, I can now do things like reach for the top shelf, keeping that shoulder still down and back. This shoulder isn't raising up when I do it. It's staying nice and strong. So getting something from the top shelf, that's one movement. The other movement is doing the same thing. We got to keep that shoulder down and back, position strong. And now we're picking a piece of paper off the floor. And then we're coming back very deliberately, keeping that shoulder down and back. When we do this, we want to put some nice tension on the shoulder so that way we're also co-contracting all the rotator cuff muscles, which is approximating that joint, keeping that joint nice and secure. In these positions, possibility of injury is very, very, it's reduced, in other words. And the possibility of even knick-knack injuries pretty much eliminated because it's a very strong position to be in. So now we're just going to incorporate the same idea, but just different movements. So grabbing something behind you. So you notice that these are all real life movements that we will do. And when we do these movements, sometimes we do them too quickly and that causes problems. So I want you to start incorporating doing these exercises constantly and actually say these exercises out loud when you do them. So that way, when you actually do the movement in real life, the first thing you think about is getting your shoulders in a strong position before you make that movement. These are all very, very important. Another one that is very common that has people's shoulders in an issue is driving. They don't do driving properly. They bring that shoulder out, bring it down. It gets tired. So now it causes a whole bunch of havoc and upper traps start getting super tight and that causes more issues up there. So driving, shoulder down and back and moving and just add a little bit of resistance while you do that. So that way the muscles understand when they're supposed to activate and when they can relax. So this is just a brief description of proper movement. I believe that if you do these exercises on a regular basis, it doesn't have to be long. It could be 30 seconds. It could be a minute. I like the consistency and the repetitiveness of doing them more than once a day, just at random times. This will give you a nice reminder of what it's supposed to look like when you actually do pick something up using your shoulders. Let's take injury out of the ball game and let's live a better, happier, healthier quality of life. And that starts with small, purposeful movements. Guys, I love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I'll be here if you need anything. See you soon.